What's up, everybody? We are back. John Delarose here. Delarose.com. That's DELARROZ.com. And if you head to the link in my description below, you can sign up and get an indie graphic novel from me. There's nothing more underground than my comics. And so if you like underground comics, that's what they used to call them in the 90s, then you definitely should be checking out my work. And if you've done that, make sure to head to Amazon and pick up the other books too, because I have a whole line of them. I'm coming out with them, regularly. It's very fun. All right, we did a analysis of the Lonely Cartoonist volume by Adrian Tomine, and I believe that's how you actually pronounce it. That I mispronounced his name in that video. I used to call him Tomine, and a lot of gags in his book there about his mispronunciation of names. But he originally got big from this story called Optic Nerve, which he kind of ran off himself as an independent guy originally, and it got picked up by Drawn and Quarterly, who's a Montreal publisher who does these kind of like indie hipster books back here. Very nice construction of the book. I love the books with these little flaps in them. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to make my own like this because I really love this kind of construction. Very nice matte paper that's thick and very just like arty, and I like that too. I'm not a big fan of gloss paper because it kind of reflects in the light. I think it messes up the reading experience sometimes, and I just like paper like this. So this is it. Optic Nerve number 1 through 3 is what's covered here, and they call it Sleepwalk and Other Stories, with a nice little cover on the front. But they were originally single issues, and each one of them had several vignettes in there. They're very short stories, and this is about 120 pages overall, I think, or maybe less. But that's what you get through here. And Sleepwalk's the first story in here, which is why it's titled that. Sleepwalk and Other Stories is nice little hipster title too. But all these are kind of just like sad stories where it's like slice of life. You know, he's trying to get back with his ex-girlfriend in this one, and he's making a move, and he I guess she didn't want that. She just wanted to be friends, and he's just sad about that at the end of the day, and everything just kind of goes sour from there for him. So very sad. Sad way to open things, and most of the stories are just like that. Like there's always something kind of wrong going on. We got a long distance relationship where the guy's trying to make her talk dirty, and she's not comfortable with it. And it's only a 2-pager. Some of them are even 1 page, where this guy's like killing himself, basically. Very sad. This one's about a lady who's reminiscing over a lost love because of a sandwich reminds her of him from back in the day. And then she just gets kind of sad about that, too. There's a couple longer stories in here, too. There's one about going to a comic convention for 2 sisters. There's this one where this guy gets a summer job where he's working for a copy store. And, just very good dialogue all the way around, very good scenarios where you feel like you're very connected with these characters, just the way Tomine describes things. His dialogue is just so on point. It just like, I'm very impressed with the way he describes things, the way that all these scenarios are set up all the way around. Just excellent work. And very much worth reading. Now he only gets better as he goes along, and I know that. I've read all this work before. It's been about a couple decades since I had these in original comic form when they came out. But this is a great start with the smaller stories, and they kind of escalate and get bigger as he goes along. I'm not turning to the back because there is a couple pieces of nudity in there, and I don't want to put that on YouTube.com. It's not tantalizing degenerate, though. It's definitely story driven, so you don't have to worry about it on that level. But of course I wouldn't recommend it towards kids because of that aspect. A lot of fun with this. This is pretty much a 9 out of 10 for me. Really enjoy this. I enjoy the book construction from Drawn and Quarterly, and these stories really, if you want a character study on just how to write people realistically, this is just absolute must-have. Good stuff. All right, hit that like and subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and we'll be back soon.